either have a warmer cast or something a little cooler. Black's just a little bit dead. But there'll be a stripe of ink like this. To keep the ink even, you're just gonna touch the roller to that, and I'll have it rolled out already, but in like one square. You can tell how thick ink is by the texture more than anything else. If it looks rough, if it looks like orange peel, it's too thick. On the actual glass slab, I want it to look about like velvet. So, kind of rolling it from different directions. When I roll, I'm actually letting the roller spin a little bit, so it's not coming back to the same place. And then I'm transferring that to this. I'm kind of doing an offset. Some of these rollers have flats in them from people leaving them set, you know? This will be the most time-consuming part, the whole thing. Initially, I'm just transferring from the slab to this very quickly. So I'm moving ink, trying not to roll past the tape. I get it even here first. You don't want to just like grab a, sort of a blob of ink from the stripe and roll out of this, because it'll take you forever to roll it out. And if I have a big like blob of ink there, it's going to be on my table. So here it kind of looks like velvet. It makes a little noise when I'm doing it. On here, it's smoother. I want it to be a little smoother and quieter. So this will look like more like velvet or more like satin. So I've got enough ink here. I just want to roll it and just kind of even it out. Thinner is better. If it gets too thick, you're not going to be able to control your tone hardly at all. So look, it'll look like this. So it looks kind of satiny, right? And again, that's how you tell how thick it is. If it looks rough, and you can kind of tip it and see if some place is a little thinner or some are a little thicker. So once I've done that, leave the roller sitting with the ink up and the handle off of the glass slab, so that there's great potential for mess with this. To avoid that, we want to keep ink off of things that people have to hold on to. So peel up the tape, and I'll have baby wipes. I don't know what's in baby wipes, but it cuts ink. And this is an oil-based ink. It's an oil-based ink that has been developed where the oil actually dissolves in water, emulsifies in water. So we can clean up with soap and water. But the oil, it is, if I wanted to, this ink is so thin, it's a relief ink, so it's made to stay wet for a while. So I actually have to mix magnesium carbonate in it to kind of stiffen it up where it's too soft. But if I wanted to make it thinner, there's a special oil I can mix into it to thin it. can't just use like linseed oil. So, having done that, I'm going to change, because there'll be incidental kind of marks with this. Every time the paper kind of hits it, it's going to pick up a little bit of ink, but that's just part of the process. But if you're very active with your drawing, like you lean on it or touch it a lot, you don't want to do that with this, because every time you touch it, it's going to pick up ink. So you can have one, they look like they have leprosy or something, you know, where they have spots all over from people touching. So I'm actually going to turn this so it's a little straighter. Like that straight. So when I lay the paper down, it's kind of hanging free. So I'm going to tape this in place. I'm only going to tape it at the top so I can kind of see what's happening with it. And I'm going to tape the newsprint in place over the top of this. And I can still sort of see that ink through there. So I don't want this to move. We're doing this a little differently than you would if we were doing it individually. Like if I was just doing this for just mine, I would roll this on plexiglass rather than the contact paper, but then I have to clean the plex and all that, so. You can also do it, since it doesn't matter where the slab is really. It's where the two drawings are in relationship to each other, or what the drawing and print will be. So I can actually take something like this template to the drawing paper and then slip different colored slabs underneath it. Like have plexiglass set up with different colored inks rolled up on them. Slide one under, draw that one, take it out, slide another one in, and everything will register and be in, you know, line up, because the template and the print paper have not moved in relationship to each other. I'll make sure I get that little bit. And you want your drawing to kind of run off of the print. So you want to draw larger than what, I need one more hand. You want to draw larger than what the rectangle you've taped off for the ink. And the harder the thing you use, hopefully this isn't too soft, I haven't tested it. But the harder the thing you use to push into the paper, the deeper the line's going to be on the other side. So if I go in with like a ballpoint pen, we're going to want to use bridges in this. That's going to be, should be a really rich line. But I can still vary the pressure. Hopefully the ink's so I get this really rich, you know, ballpoint pen gives me this really rich black velvety line. But then if I go in with, say, I have an eraser. an eraser. That gave me a much softer gray, right? So you can vary, and even the ballpoint pen, I can vary the pressure on it. So I get some very tonal. Pulling up just a little bit more tone in some of those areas. Pulling up some of the pick a leaf here. But it works good with things that are very textural. Pulling up some of the veins in that leaf.